Hi guys, good morning. So I'm gonna first talk about the big post that I posted yesterday. Okay, so December 8th is going to be our picture day at Tracy High School. It's gonna be in room 13 from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. So when you guys go to Tracy High School, they're gonna have signs up for where to go. And if they send me a map before then I'll send you guys the map in Google Classroom and Class Dojo as well. Okay. On Tuesday, December 14th. So that's the week after. We're going to be doing a holiday pickup. So Miss Park has a few gifts that she wants to give you guys for the holidays before you go off for break. So you guys are going to pick up those little gifts I got you guys at Heritage Park at Shelter 3. It's in the back of the park next to the back parking lot. And I gave you guys some directions here. So from 183rd Street, you're going to turn onto Pichard, and then the parking lot will be on Arabella Street. Okay. And there's, you guys can hang out at the park and play. There's like, if you guys have never been there, there's like this really cool, like these buildings, and there's a pond, there's a playground. But your parents or whoever brings you, if it's aunt, uncle, grandparents, they need to stay with you the entire time. They can't drop you off and then come pick you up at 12. They can't do that. And then also I'm going to be there from 10 to 12. So you can come at any time during those 2 hours. So you can come at 10 o'clock, you can come at 11 o'clock, you can come at 11:45, but I am going to leave right at 12. So you guys need to make sure you get there between those 2 hours. Okay. If you don't want to get out of your car, you can just stay in your car and drive up, and then I'll hand you your gift, and then you can just drive back home. Okay. And then here are some pictures. So this is Shelter 3 right here. This is Arabella Street, and this is the parking lot right here. Okay. So you guys can park here if you want to play. Again, so normally people come in from Bloomfield to Heritage Park. This is Cerritos High School. So instead of coming in from Bloomfield, you're going to go back to where 183rd Street is, 183rd Street. You're going to turn onto Bichard Avenue, and then Bichard Avenue is going to turn onto Arabella Street. Arabella Street is where the parking lot is. Okay. So if your parents are confused, you can just say, oh, watch the YouTube video or look at the photos on Google Classroom, and they're just going to follow these directions. 183rd Street to Bichard to Arabella. They can also, it looks like they can also get on from Alfred Avenue to Arabella, but it just depends. If they're closer to the Bloomfield and 183rd Street entrance, then they'll turn right, and then they'll turn onto Arabella, and then there it'll be. All right. Right here. And then this is kind of where like that shelter is. This is where the parking lot is. And then you guys can come pick it up, and then you guys can head out. All right. So there's that. Okay. The next thing I have for you guys is, and we were just talking about it in class, but I am getting married. So Miss Park was actually supposed to get married a long time ago, but because we were in a pandemic, we just kept postponing it. But we decided that we're just going to go ahead and do it. And so we're going to do it in right during winter break on December 18th. So I wanted you guys to help me with a little gift for my soon-to-be husband, Mr. Chan. So we're going to be creating a fun little book. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be collecting pictures and letters and drawings from you guys. And then I'm going to be putting it all together into a little book, and I'm going to give it to him on our wedding day. And I'm going to say that it's from all of the students from Miss Park's second grade class. So what you guys are going to be doing for this week and next week is I'm going to be asking you guys to write little notes or little letters, and you guys could write it to me too if you want, or you could write it to him, or you could write it to both of us. And what you guys are going to be doing is you guys are going to be giving us advice. So what advice is you guys are going to be telling us ways that you guys think that we could have a fun and happy marriage. So you guys could tell us maybe like what are maybe your family has their own tips and tricks. Like maybe when your siblings or you fight with your parents or your cousins, maybe they say, okay, if you guys are going to fight, then you have to say 3 nice things about each other and apologize. And or maybe they have other ways, or maybe some fun activities that you guys do as a family. Like maybe you guys have some good ideas for us on how we can celebrate Christmas together, because right now we don't have any family traditions because we haven't been married yet. So maybe you guys have some fun family traditions we can do for the holidays, like, oh, you guys should I don't know, buy each other socks, or you should get each other those calendars where you open up each day and there's a chocolate inside. So you guys are going to just or maybe you guys should go ice skating during the holidays. So you guys are going to write stuff. You guys are going to be writing things either on a regular paper, and you guys can decorate it, or you guys can type it up. And if you're going to come to the holiday pickup, what you're going to do is you're going to bring those to me. So that way I can have your actual physical copy of what you made me. So if you're going to, or you can also draw a picture. If you want to draw us a picture, maybe you want to draw us a picture of Miss Park, and I'll send you guys a picture of John, so that you guys can draw a picture of us. Or if you want to just draw a picture of some fun things we can do, like ice skating, or maybe some fun things that you like, so that we can always remember you. So like, let's say you really love art for kids and you want us to have some drawings that you made. You guys are going to bring all those drawings and those letters and those writings to us at the park. Now, if you guys aren't going to come to the park, then what you can do is you can take photos of them, and then you can send it to me over Google Classroom or Class Dojo. Okay. If you want to type it up, you can send that through to me also through Google Classroom or Class Dojo. And what I'll do is I'll print those out and I'll put them in the little book. And then once I make the book, I'll show it to you guys so you guys can see all of your wonderful drawings and your writings and your letters to us. And then I'm going to give it to him on our wedding day. Okay, so if you guys can help me with that, you don't have to do a lot, and it's not a requirement. It's just for fun if you guys want to help Miss Park make an awesome present for it. Okay. And then last but not least, the last week of school before winter break is December 13th to 17th. We do have school all the way to Friday. Okay. However, because it's the last week of school, we're not going to be doing our regular ELA. We're not going to be doing regular math, and we're not going to be doing science or social studies. So it's not going to be like the regular things. What I'm going to be doing is we're going to be doing a packet called Holidays Around the World, where we're going to be learning about different holidays during winter. So we'll learn about Diwali, we'll learn about Christmas, we'll learn about Hanukkah, we'll learn about Kwanzaa. I'm trying to think of what else there is. There are some other holidays that we're going to be learning about. So, and also how different people around the world celebrate. I know that maybe a lot of places they do celebrate Christmas, but they celebrate it differently. So we're going to be learning about different holidays, and we'll be doing some fun like holiday math. We'll be playing some Kahoots. So it'll be super fun. Okay. If you guys don't already have, we are going to be doing some art for kids lessons together. So if you don't have any markers or crayons or colored pencils, you just need something to color with, just so that it looks fun. If you don't have any of those tools at home, let me know. And if you guys are planning to come to the park, Heritage Park, on December 14th, then what I'll do is I'll bring some crayons or some markers or whatever you guys need at the park, and I'll give it to you guys. So that way you guys can do some drawing with some fun colors. All right. So that is so much information. So if you guys have any questions about what I just said, you guys can rewatch this YouTube video. And then if you have any questions about how to get to the park or when it is, you can look at this post. All right, guys. All right. I know that there's a million questions, so write them in the chat and I'll answer them after we go over our ELA lesson. So I know there's a lot of questions. A lot of people have hands raised. I'll answer those questions after we go over our ELA for today. All right. Now, today we are going to be taking your practice spelling, practice vocabulary, your selection test, and your comprehension test. Okay. You need to put all 4 scores in Google Classroom under your ELA gradebook for Try 2. Try 2 stands for trimester 2, and I just posted it yesterday. You'll see it right here. It says, Ashley Park posted a new assignment, ELA gradebook Friday, Try 2. So you're going to notice that the old one is no longer visible. You're going to have to scroll all the way down, so don't use the old one. There's this old one down here, and it says do not use. We're not going to use this one anymore. We're going to now be using this one. The reason why we're using a new one is because it's a new trimester. So it's going to be on your new report card. All right. So can I have actually everyone open up their grade book right now? I'm going to go to Go Guardian so that I know that everyone knows how to get there. So everybody go ahead and open up your grade book. I want to make sure that you guys all know how to do that. And then we're going to take your practice. I'm sorry, not your practice, your real spelling and your real vocabulary test. And it's going to be that first post. So you can click on that first post if you'd like. Right here, it says Ashley Park posted a new assignment. Or you can click on classwork and go to ELA. For today, you can actually scroll to the top because it is right there. Yep, there it is. And then you're going to click on your work, which is going to be your name. And that's how you open it up. There it is. So ELA gradebook Friday, Try 2. It's the top one, and then open it, click on your name, and then open that up. Perfect. Christian, you can look at that later. Kayla, you can look at that later. Anthony, go to Google Classroom. Aaron, you're going to click on this assignment and view this assignment. Kayla, off YouTube, please. All right. It looks like most of us are there. So Anthony, you're going to go to Google Classroom. So I'm closing out your Zoom tab. And then scroll all the way up to the top. Scroll to the top, Anthony, all the way to the top. And then there it is. So click on this assignment, ELA gradebook Friday, Try 2. And then you're going to click on your name. All right. It looks like everybody's there. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be taking our spelling test. So what I need everyone to do right now is to take their spelling test. I just put the link in the chat. I just put the link in the chat for you guys. This is your spelling test. So go ahead and take your spelling test now. And then afterwards, we're going to take your vocabulary test. Make sure after you take your spelling test and you get your score, you need to put it in the grade book. All right, so go ahead and do so now. A lot of you guys are asking where to take your spelling and vocabulary test. I put the links in the chat. Once you take your spelling test, put your score in Google Classroom. And then once you take your vocabulary test, put your scores in Google Classroom. Okay? You need to make sure that you take them. If you aren't able to access our chat box because you're not in class right now, then you can access it through your weekly schedule. The links are in your weekly schedule. You just click on it. All right, guys, do not touch this blue box here. You always start in the white box. Yeah, don't touch the blue box. That blue box is just so that you know your averages. So remember, only ever touch these 4 boxes here. Okay, so you got to follow. So the spelling test goes in the white box today. The vocabulary test goes in the pink box today. The selection test will go in this third white box, and the comprehension test will go in the pink box. Please make sure you guys only touch these. Don't touch anything else. If you touch anything else, you're going to mess it up. So don't do that. Okay. So once you are done with your spelling test, put your score here. Once you're done with your vocabulary test, put your score there. And then what you're going to do, okay, Kayla, you got to get off YouTube. I'm going to S it up. Okay, once you're done with that, what you need to do is you need to go to Connect Ed, just like as Danica is doing right now. You're going to click on Park. Okay, once you guys are done with your spelling and vocabulary, go to McGraw-Hill Education, click on To Do, click on My Tests, and then you're going to take both assessments. I recommend taking your selection test first and then taking your comprehension test. So your selection test is that first one. Click Take Now, the green button. And then after you take your selection test, make sure you put it in your grade book. Put it in your ELA Friday test grade book. You have to fill out all 4 scores. Click Start, and then you may begin. And so remember, if it's not showing your McGraw-Hill Education, you can go to it through Gmail. There it is. All right, guys, get your work done. All right, guys, it is 9:55 now. So if you'd like to take a quick little break, you can. When we come back, I'm going to have you guys finish completing all your work and making sure that you put all 4 scores in your new trimester 2 grade book.